Hello, peoples. Look at these gorgeous windows behind me. This is way more light than I ever get in my house. I'm seriously, seriously jealous of my friends' windows. So, looky, I'm covering up my webcam and rubbing it because it's really super blurry. I should probably like grab a cloth and wipe it. Hello, Holly. Hello, Addie. And hello, Annalisa. I bet you're wondering why I've gathered you all here. I've gathered you here so you can sit and look out the windows while I get a cloth to wipe my my webcam. Be right back. Remaining totally on brand, I'm wiping it with my, I'm wiping this off with my penguin hat. It didn't really help very much. Okay. Hey, Red. Howdy, howdy. Yes, we are here in a top secret mission. You have to memorize this, which is my email backwards. The first person who can say this backwards gets my love and respect. So we are currently waiting for my friend Pam, who is going to help me host. She is doing something. Oh, she's making tarts. She's making fruit tarts for the foods. So, yes. Hello, Miranda. Hi. Now you get to hear my voice. So we are now even. I am like super hopped up. We took my friend nannies for 2 kids. And so we picked them up from school and went and got coffee, which was a terrible idea. Hi, Brianne. So I had decaf coffee on top of like live stream launch day jitters. And so I'm extremely hyper. So this is going to be a really fun hour of my life. So, okay. I'm gonna yell once for Pam, and if she doesn't come, I'm gonna give you guys a rundown of the agenda because my super organized self wrote an agenda for this. Pam! Well, all right. Guess it's just us for now. So, hello, Tiffany. Also, I apologize if there's anybody that I miss saying hi to. I'm going to try really hard to greet everybody, but my brain can't go everywhere at once. So if I get on a spiel and I miss people saying hi, do take the time to say hi in the chat, and I will try to greet you guys when I see you guys. So the way that we're going to run this is, so we'll do 15 minutes of like game type stuff, interactive stuff. And then I have a nifty little timer on my nifty little phone that hopefully will not die in the middle of this. And every 15 minutes, I will do what are words? I just published a book and I don't know the words for, this is terribly embarrassing. I'm going to do one of those things where I ask you guys a question in the first person, trivia. I'm going to do trivia, and the first person to answer the question right in the comments section, I'll have you either email me or PM me on Instagram your address, and you will win a free signed copy of the Chaos Circus. The only downside is I've had some issues with my printer, so it may be like a week before I can mail it out, but it will come to you. So, oh, hi, Joy. I see you there. Yes, thank you. I love my hat too. I call him my I'm going to butcher this word, Purim penguin, because my friend got him in Israel during the Purim festival. So, okay, my co-host has arrived, so the party can begin. Hello. This is Pam. Pam, this is, I'm not going to even be able to remember. Everybody who's here. Gosh. Holly, Addie, Red, Annalisa, who you do know, Miranda, hi. Brianne, Tiffany, Joy.
Hello, everybody.
Okay, so what we're going to start with is we have something called a game called Everyone Answers. And so what we did was we each wrote down 5 questions, and you guys get to answer these too. Just type your answers in the chat window. If you don't feel like answering, you don't have to, but we just kind of want to do a little bit of an icebreaker. So I'm going to go first because I wrote my questions down. So question number 1, if you could meet any fictional character, who would it be and why?
Okay. So I'm going to be very ridiculous right now. You already know the answer to this, I
Probably.
think. What is your guess?
Somebody from Stormlight Chronicles.
No, I was actually thinking of a comic/movie character.
I almost said Chris Evans. Captain America.
I mean, Chris Evans would be fantastic. I adore Chris Evans. He is fantastic. But I would love to meet his version of Captain America because I love what he's done with him. I think a lot of people don't understand how nuanced of a character he's made him. And
also the beard.
He's also really attractive. He shaved off the beard for Endgame and he's still Trump.
So what you really want is you want to date with this fictional character is what you're saying.
If I meet him, then we can work towards this goal.
Well, actually, that's kind of because actually one of the people on my list would be Bucky. So
see, I'm not crazy.
This is why we're friends. We go to the Marvel movies and we just kind of share.
And she has the Funko Pop Bucky, and I have the Funko Pop
I should have brought Bucky for this. I
don't have a Bucky.
I went through a phase where I took my Bucky Funko Pop on adventures. So I took him out to New England with me to visit my husband's family, and it was ridiculously fun. So, okay, you guys aren't saying anything. I want to know some fictional characters that you guys would like. Daredevil, which I would totally understand. Annalisa, you're gonna have to get in line for Prompto, my sweet son. Annalisa and I have a long history of Prompto from Final Fantasy 15.
I haven't played that one. Oh my god, I'm sorry.
You would love Prompto.
I have a PlayStation 1. Do you know what I can play on the PlayStation 1? Not very many Final Fantasy games.
Tony Stark. I have so many feelings about Tony Stark, especially in the third Iron Man movie. Just about killed me.
The Doctor. I like you.
But wait. Okay, no, Red. Which Doctor though? Are we talking 9? Are we talking 11? Are we talking 10?
You can't skip 10. He's my doctor.
Well, I kind of went
with
10 last because I feel like that's the typical answer.
Well, I really loved
10.
I really loved Matt Smith too. He was a fantastic doctor.
I actually have a confession to make, and actually, like, Red already knows this, and Addie knows this, but I have actually the only Doctor who I've ever seen was 11 when he was first airing. I haven't seen any 9. I've seen like 1 or 2 episodes of 10.
I was gonna say I made you watch Blink, didn't I?
You didn't, actually. Annalise's sister made me watch that one. Actually, I have seen. I've seen the Silence episodes, and I've seen a lot of the Weeping Angel episodes. So I am familiar with that.
That was a good one.
Tiffany says 9 is amazing.
9 was amazing. 9 is not get as much love. I think because his episodes were so campy that when you watch them now, the production value was not as good. It was very campy, but there's a lot of love in my heart for 9.
It's that classic kind of how it's like, it has that old school charm.
Yes.
So I feel that. All right.
They did not have the budget that later seasons did at all.
This is true. And I definitely think the few clips that I've seen from was Peter Capaldi the 12th Doctor?
Yes.
Hey guys, guess who forgot to turn on the timer like a dum-dum? So guess what? We're getting extra time.
Okay, it's 6:08, so just add 7 minutes to it now.
Okay, perfect. All right, so you go ahead. You get a question.
Okay. Oh gosh, my phone is over there. I don't even remember what my questions were. If you could turn any book series into a movie or TV series, what would be your first choice?
Is one of mine or any?
Any book series. Yeah, I know. This is hard.
I would probably say Kristen Cashore's Graceling because I know that it never got popular enough that'll actually happen. I feel like and you guys, a lot of you will know about this, and also I want to comment. Brienne mentioned she would go with Jughead, which that was what I thought. Brienne, I saw your comment, and I was like, she's gonna go with Jughead, but it's Annalisa raises a good one too. Lunar Chronicles, but I have hopes for the Lunar Chronicles
because it's happening though, isn't it?
They haven't confirmed it, but I'm waiting to see. This is kind of like off topic, but I'm waiting to see because with the Grisha-verse and the Grisha books would have been my first choice. They're actually getting made into a Netflix series. Mm-hmm. So now I'm starting to feel like maybe Netflix is going to start picking some of these up. But I think even so, Graceling would never make it because it never got that mainstream. So if I could pick one that I didn't think was like super possible, it would be that one. Okay. Also, okay, I'm gonna read. Let's see. Okay, Tiffany, I've never heard of. I'm gonna mispronounce this. Is it Jacoby or Jacoby? I'm bad at pronouncing. This sounds
familiar to me, but I have not read it.
Ooh, an anime of the Cimmerillion. That would be really cool because I feel like that is not something they could do justice with, like they did with The Hobbit. Like, I feel like it would be something like that if they tried.
There is so much information in that book, though. That has to be a long-running TV series.
Well, that's
long-running, many seasons.
Yeah, well, and I think it actually would probably. Also, I'm curious to know, this is slightly off topic, which you're going to find is my modus operandi, but I would love to know your guys' feelings on Amazon making a Lord of the Rings series.
I mean, this is a thing that's happening.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want to know, like, are you guys for it? Are you against it? Do you think they'll update it well?
I am hesitantly very excited just because we're starting out with many seasons of not, the actual Lord of the Rings story. We're getting a lot of the backstory, and I'm super excited about that. We're supposed to be following Aragorn when he's younger and exploring Middle Earth, and
I can't say no to young. I almost said younger Viggo Mortensen, which is not what it is, but younger Aragorn. But
you know what? Can we talk for just a second about him in that movie?
Oh. Seriously, I remember I got into an argument with some girls at my fellowship when I was like 14 or 15 because they were all like Orlando Bloom, and me and one other girl who was like significantly older than me, which was what made it funny. We were like, but what about Strider? So
I mean, let's just be real. All of the men in that movie are very attractive.
This is true.
All of them. I mean, I had a thing for Legolas too.
Don't think the series needs to be. I'm kind of like, if they add new material, I'm interested in that.
I like the fact that they're starting off with backstory. I don't need.
Yeah, I don't need them to redo Frodo's story.
We don't need to do the Fellowship of the Ring again. That is still fantastic.
I'm okay if they scrub up a little bit of what they did in The Hobbit. I have a lot of nerdy love for the Hobbit movies, but I definitely didn't have that kind of like really deep.
And if they do it again, they could add in a lot of stuff. Because with the TV series, you have a lot more time. They could add in Tom Bombadil. They could add in the retaking of the Shire. And those didn't make it into the movies, and it made me very sad.
This is true. Okay, let me read your guys.
Okay,
we Cassidy.
Get off this one question.
Okay,
we're 12 minutes in, and we're still on.
I know this is terrible. Okay, Grishaverse and Throne of Glass. Yes, and you know what's funny? That Cassidy mentions that Hulu had talked about they were going to do a Throne of Glass series, and that never happened. So
I'm sorry, I just read. I imagined a much more elvish elf. Yes.
Okay, well, who would you cast? I'm actually curious who you would cast because I know you actually have a lot of good ideas for these things, Addie. So, okay, but it's Sean Bean. I mean, the problem is he was bound to die.
That's true. And he was kind of a jerk for most of the movie.
I know. Oh my gosh, his redemption at the end. Oh, that scene still gets me. My brother. My captain, my king. Yeah. I remember being 11 years old and seeing that the first time, and I was like, I never realized fiction could be so unfair.
Oh my God, you were so young.
I was. My parents weren't. I technically wasn't supposed to watch it.
I keep forgetting how much younger than me you are.
I technically was not supposed to watch it, but my brother got it for his 13th birthday party. Somebody brought it over. Yeah. I almost bailed with Bilbo, and like that. I almost left the room, but. Dude, yes, Tiffany. Like
Sean Bean dies in every movie. This is kind of true.
Oh, he doesn't die in The Martian, but probably only because he didn't go in space.
If there's a misplaced romance, I'm out. Yes, that was one of my big pet peeves of the movies. Was Arwen had so much screen time, and she's got like 3 lines in the entire book series.
Right. Well, and also the thing they flipped that with not Tamriel. That's from
Glorfindel.
No, what's her name? Toriel.
And yes, that's right. I remember that.
Yeah. So I'm just kind of
sorry to all Orlando Bloom fans. He's gotten a little weird as he's gotten older.
This is true. Okay.
My new question.
Yes. All right. My turn. New question. Okay. So tell us how old you are. It doesn't have to be your exact age, but give us an idea of how old you are by saying something from your childhood that is no longer around.
I mean, there's so many things that are no longer around. Is this something that I should be nostalgic about that I wish was coming back?
Or that was just around that's been like discontinued? Like for me, I'll lead off on this. One of the things for me is, I don't know if anybody else remembers these, but Altoid sours. Like
that's really random.
I know, but they were so good. My mom used to get the sour citrus ones, and like I can taste it.
Okay.
Dial up the Walkman. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Do you want to know?
Blue's Clues with Steve. Was my favorite.
You can still watch Blue's Clues with Steve, though.
True, but it's not being created.
No. Oh, but would you want it to still be created now? He's so old. Okay, the thing that I got really nostalgic about recently that was so weird, because this is not even a good thing. Nobody should want this. Inflatable furniture.
Oh my gosh, I remember those. I had one of those for literally like my best friend growing up had one, so I had to get one because I was like, I wanted to be one of the popular girls, and I got one of them purple ones, and I sat in that thing twice, and the second time it just went pew. It didn't pop or anything. Oh my gosh, Miranda, stick-on earrings. Oh, Pam has to go rescue the dessert. Those things were of course, it's not like you guys can tell. My ears have never been pierced. So that was literally the only kind of earring I had before they made like clip-on earrings, which to this day hurt my ears so bad. Polly Pocket still around. Polly Pocket is making a comeback. It's kind of like, I'm saying it's having a comeback. It's having a comeback in the vein of like VeggieTales is having a comeback, where it's like, it's back, but it doesn't look the way you remember it.
I just got flour all over my pant leg.
Pam is now covered in flowers.
No, just my pant leg. Just my pant leg.
Tom and Jerry, I agree with that. The old Tom and Jerry cartoons, yes. I really miss.
You can still watch them though.
Neopets. Brianna says Brianna. I'm sorry, Brianna. I always mess up your name. I remove and subtract A's from people's names really easily. Like I walked into my dad's house and I was like, Wonder Woman's on, Diane, my girl. And my dad's like, it's Diana. And I'm like, of course it is, because I can't pronounce anything. Okay, weird sneakers with rollers would make you like flat on your face.
Yes. I have never tried those because I already know that would not work well.
Okay,
I fall walking.
Did anybody who's into Neopets ever make it into the Neo? What was it called? The Neo Times. There was like a news thing that was super. It was like the best thing ever if you got your name in it. But
I think I was kind of too old for Neopets when I played. So I played. Really I did play a while for several months, but I never was that into it.
Oh, this made me laugh because Addie said there was a series where Baloo was a pilot, and as soon as I was like, Annalise is going to know the name of that because Annalise knows everything Disney.
Gotchis. I don't think I ever kept one alive longer than like 2 weeks.
I don't know if it wasn't that I wasn't allowed to have them. We just never had them. Again, I had friends who had Tamagotchis. There was what store? Think Geek. I think that's probably America only, and I don't know if it's everywhere. But Think Geek.
Sunset coming down.
Yeah, we do. Think Geek they sell Tamagotchis again.
Lots of places. You can get them on Amazon.
Are they that big? Okay.
They're making a comeback.
So I guess and it's kind of interesting. Now I'm wondering, it seems like and I guess this makes sense, a lot of the toys and TV shows that we liked are making, like DuckTales has a new reboot, but the food doesn't. Like there was an energy drink they used to make.
That's because they were so bad for you.
Well, okay, that's true. But Sobe Elements was like me and my brother's thing. We drank a lot of those and they were really good, and they don't sell them anymore.
It's 618.
Oh, it's 618. Okay, so that means it's time for the first giveaway. See, she's keeping me on track. I would literally talk forever.
I'm also trying to burn the tart, so that works.
Oh, so that's why you know the time.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to do the first trivia giveaway. And so the way that this works, and I apologize for anybody who has slow internet, because I did this with a friend for her launch, and I realized that some people, myself included, never stood a chance because our internet was so slow that everybody else had already answered before we even got the question. Hopefully this will not be the case for all of you. So I ask a question. The first person to guess, like for the first one, I'm going to have it like be within like a couple months because it's a time related question. The first person to guess close is going to win a signed copy of Chaos Circus and a piece of mystery merchandise with it. So, okay, get your guessers ready. All right. When was the Chaos Circus written? That's why you're on this side of the screen and you can't flash your hands to signal people.
I'm being good. I've read the book too.
I just realized that this is totally bent toward. Yep, Holly got it because Holly actually helped me write it. So
Holly, you can't guess if you know the answer because you
technically it's on social media, so anybody could know. But Holly Ash has this one, and Holly, I think I have. And actually, Annalisa and Addie, you guys you're close. I did write it. I wrote it in July 2018, so it's still kind of a baby book, which was funny because I used to think how in the world do people ever think that their books are ready when they haven't even been like out for a year, like completed for a year? But it ridiculously, like, as soon as I wrote it, I was like, I know exactly what I need to do to make this ready to go. So Holly wins the first one. Okay, so Holly, well, actually, I was gonna say, Instagram me, or just you have my information. So send me your address because I might not still have it, and I will send you your signed copy ASAP. For those who missed the beginning, just a quick refresher. I had some issues with my printing company, which I was still working to resolve today on launch day. So the signed copies are going to be a little bit late because I have to wait for them to ship to me, and then I can send them to you guys, but they will be coming. So that concludes our first giveaway. I'm checking things off my checklist. I'm actually not, because this pen's not working. Okay, so that's round one. Hey, Maverick. Happy, what day of the week is it? Tuesday. Just got my pen. I should know this, but it is ridiculous how much my days have gotten mixed up. So, okay, Pam is pulling out tarts. So while she's doing that, I'll give you guys a rundown on our next little 15-minute fun thing, which is I wanted to do a Q&A. So this is where you guys can ask me any questions that you want. It can be about the Chaos Circus, as long as it's not super spoilery. But you can ask me about Chaos Circus, anything about like my author, whatever. And if we run out of questions to do for that, we can switch back to the everyone answers, because that was a lot of fun. So I'm just gonna watch the chat thing and see what questions you guys have, and I will do my best to answer them. I might not be able to answer all of them if you guys are super curious kittens, but we will give it a shot. So I have hit my 15-minute timer. Hit me with your questions. I don't know if you guys can hear the music in the background, but I'm playing the Chaos Circus. What's your favorite line in the Chaos Circus? I actually have this one written down. I'm not going to be able to remember it off the top of my head, but guess what? Like I literally have a copy with me. But there's a part where Tessa is talking about her part of her character arc. She's comparing herself to fire, and she says, maybe I'm the fire and I will burn anyone who tries to tell me my destiny. And I just really enjoyed that line because it speaks back to the first chapter of the book and her insecurities, and it really shows how far she's come to that moment and how much growth she's had, which is my favorite thing about writing. So that's probably my favorite line. Annalisa said, favorite pet you've ever had. That's like, who's your favorite child? But actually it's my cat, Toe Beans Dugan. She is 15 pounds. Don't judge me. She legitimately has a problem with eating, but she is my sweetest baby, and she loves belly rubs and she loves snuggles. And it's kind of funny. My husband and I joke because his family had a cat that looked just like her when he was growing up, and it was his favorite pet. So he calls her Princess, and like, it's just really cute. She's my absolute favorite. I'm a major cat person. So Thea, have you already decided if there will be a sequel to the Chaos Circus? I'm gonna hold that in abeyance because that actually would affect a later thing in this thing. So no comment. Of course, Cassidy stole Miranda's question. That does not surprise me. Maverick, did you know what you wanted the cover to look like? That's actually a great question, Maverick. I had an idea of what I wanted the cover to look like, but I was really scared because what I saw in my head looked a lot like one of the covers for the Night Circus, if you guys know that book. So like that color scheme and that style was already in my head when I went into it. I was really nervous because obviously, two circus books looking the same. I didn't want to seem like I was ripping that off. But what I did for the cover was I did a 99designs.com contest, and I had a lot of people submit potential covers right off the jump. And then when this one came through. This is very close to the original that the artist Maya sent to me. And when I saw it, I literally gasped. And Pam was actually at my house, and she walked into the room, and I just went, "This is my cover." Because I didn't really know what to tell the artist that I wanted. I was just like, I know that like red and pink colors are a big thing in the book because that's Tessa's favorite color. And I was like a girl tightrope, two worlds. And so that was kind of what I gave them to go with. And Maya she saw the vision. And what I love about the cover is it looks like Tessa's between the two worlds, kind of the industrial world and the circus world. And so I didn't have any idea because I'm not artistic, but there are so many really good artists out there. So that's the story behind that. Thank you for that question, Maverick. That was really awesome.
Yeah, that was actually really close to the original design. They made a couple of tweaks.
But it was really good to start with. It
was really subtle tweaks.
Yeah. Okay, Tiffany, is there any mental illness we will get to see in this or any of your work?
I know the answer to this question.
With the Chaos Circus, yes, you actually do. In the Chaos Circus, Tessa's, what she struggles with mentally is she has amnesia, which I wouldn't necessarily classify as a mental illness, but her society certainly thinks that she does. And so a lot of what she struggles with is figuring out whether she's really what people would call certifiably crazy or not, and that's her struggle. Now, with my book Star Chaser, the main character of that develops an anxiety disorder, which I also struggle with, and felt much more qualified to go into that place with that character. My tendency is that if I haven't personally experienced something or know somebody who has when it comes to mental illness, I try to stay out of it just because I don't know that my empathy is enough to express it in a way that's honoring to the people who actually go through it. So as it stands right now, the furthest I've gone with like going deep into a mental illness is just the struggle with anxiety disorder. So that's actually a really good question, something that I always want to be open with my readers about, so that it doesn't seem like I'm underrepresenting. I'm really trying to just be honoring to people who have had struggles that I don't understand. So thank you for that question, Tiffany. Miranda asks, how many books have you written total?
A lot.
I really have written a lot. I've been writing since I was 5. And so it kind of depends on what you qualify as book. I have a lot of like unwritten stories that were like each chapter was a page long. But in terms of like books that I have on my plate that I actually want to publish, there's 7, 12, 14, 15. I would say 17 books that I would feel comfortable publishing at some point in the future. So, because I tend to write, like I was talking to Cassidy about this, I write a lot of words and I write a lot of books. So most of my series are like 5 books long. So, let's see. Brianna, I keep doing it. I'm reading it and I'm saying it wrong.
Fan fiction in your book count? No.
I wrote a like 200,000 word supernatural fan fiction that is out there on the internet somewhere. If anybody ever looks up Faceless, that was me. I wrote Faceless. I actually really still love that story. And I want to file off the numbers and turn it into an original novel, but I like trying really hard not to get 50 Shades of Grey syndrome. So Brienne asks, favorite interaction between Tessa and Nikolai. I'm not going to go into detail on this one, but it involves swimming. I can actually tell you guys what chapter it is. Like I literally have it right here. I'm pretty sure it's chapter 17, but I'm going to look. Yes, it is. Chapter 17. Chapter 17 is my entire favorite. Okay, let's see. Okay, Annalisa, by the way, Annalisa said, okay, if I did include fan fiction, it would be so many. I would have written so many fan fictions. It is ridiculous. I had my phase. Okay.
I think everybody's had their phase, though.
That's true. That's true. I still love fan fiction. I go back and read them sometimes.
I had a fan fiction phase, and I am not a writer. I'm an avid reader. I will edit for you. I do not write.
She used to send me, we went through a phase where she sent me really good Arrow fan fiction. This was before Oliver and Felicity were canon. And we used to read a lot of Felicity fan fiction. So also she knows some really good Marvel fan fiction. Okay, we have 7 minutes to go. If you guys have any other questions for me, I will take them, or if I mix you.
Wait, there's more than 7 minutes. Oh, on the thing.
Ooh, Cassidy, what made you decide to self-publish? So it was a lot of things.
No, don't hire me to edit things.
You actually, she's
I do it for free.
But okay, so what made you decide to self-publish? So there were actually a lot of factors, but a couple of the big ones were when I got on Twitter and started doing that for advertising and getting my feet wet in the writing community, I realized how strict the rules are in terms of you usually have to go through an agent, and then that agent has to be able to sell to a publisher, and realizing that a lot of the choices for who gets picked up by an agent and then who gets published really depends on what the trends are of the time. And because I tend to reread a lot of books that I read like back in the day, and that's where a lot of my inspiration comes from, it hit me that I'm never going to really be able to stay on the cutting edge. It's just not how my brain works. And I don't want my books to be judged on the merit of whether a publisher or an agent thinks that they can work. I want to put them out there and let people judge. I'm very much an advocate for, if you think your story is good and you think your story should be out there, there's no real reason anybody should get to tell you no. People who want to read it will read it, and people who don't won't. So there was that. There was having the power over my stories to say what gets changed and what doesn't. And I've talked to Holly about this a lot, that just when agents or publishers, get in there and tell you, well, if you change this, you'll sell better. That doesn't really fly with me, because I tell very specific stories for very specific reasons. So those were the two biggest reasons why I went with self-publishing. And it is a lot of work. Having to market yourself and things like what I'm going through right now with issues with my printer, my printing service, that would not probably have been on my plate if I was traditionally published. But for me, the benefits outweigh the detriments. So hopefully that answers that question. Red asked, favorite non-writing related hobby. This is going to sound really sad. I don't have a lot of non-writing related hobbies. I literally get up, I write, I go to work, I come home, I take care of my pets. I video chat this one, and I go to bed.
She video chats me while she does the dishes.
I do. Oh, doing dishes. That is my favorite. That's just, that's the good stuff. No, I lately I've taken up sewing. Sewing blankets.
You're sewing a blanket right now.
I am sewing a blanket, and that might turn into something.
It turns into a hobby.
I tried to take up piano actually for a writing project. See, I have a one-track mind.
I'm going to get you on bread baking.
That she actually made homemade sourdough tonight, and I'm like, I could really go for that. So
it's really easy.
But really, I mean, I really enjoy playing video games, and I like watching Brutal Moose food videos, and that's literally I don't have a whole lot of hobbies. But when it's warm out, I do like going hiking with my husband, and since he's getting into real estate, hopefully we'll have more free time to do that. So, all right, let's see. What is your strongest part of writing? Dialogue, descriptions, character development. I think I'm really good at dialogue. I've gotten better at it. Like when I reread my books, what I change the least, I guess, is dialogue. So that's probably a pretty good metric. And I really just enjoy the verbal sparring between characters. So a lot of times I'll even write just dialogue with no description in between, and just do the back and forth, and then I go back in and add the character interaction. So I would say probably dialogue is my strongest point right now.
I would say, though, that your books are very descriptive. There's a lot of moments in your books where I can see and smell, and it's very, very
hopefully it's not when okay, she yelled at me because I described somebody smelling someone's sweaty armpits.
I'm not smelling the armpits, okay? Okay.
I went there.
Book 2 of Curse of the Blessed, by the way.
Yes, and there were stinky armpits.
There were stinky armpits, and I had to comment on it.
Okay, what's your free writing process? Character creation, world building. Okay, this one's really easy. I put in my headphones. I am a humongous I write to music and I brainstorm to music, and my favorites playlist is 750 something songs long.
Dang, girl.
Yeah, so I really don't do, it does kind of depend, because if you look at this notebook shows up in a lot of my stuff for Chaos Circus because I did a lot of work ahead of time. But that was it was different. That was kind of the exception. I really usually just write down snippets of dialogue and scene ideas that come to me, and then I just jump into it. But one thing I have tried to do with my last few books is I try to outline the first maybe 6 chapters. And by the time I get to 6 chapters into a story, I usually know the characters and the setting and the world well enough that it takes off on its own. So 6 chapters, that's my pre-writing process. I figure out 6 chapters and then I just kind of let it go from there.
And I'm going to interject in here really quick. If you have fantastic songs that inspire you to write, send them to her because she loves that.
Yes,
she loves
Send me all. She's filled up. Actually, we're playing in the background my Chaos Circus playlist, which is live on Spotify if anyone ever wants to listen to it. But it's she gave me a lot of the music for it, like the what is the name of the girl that does the French?
Indila.
Who hasn't put out any music in a long time. It's really sad, but her music was
voice.
A lot of the inspiration when I was going through and doing rewrites on Chaos Circus. I listened to a lot of her music. So
it's very circus feeling, but
it's playing right now.
It's playing right now. It's very elegant. It's very elegant circus music, I would say.
Her song in Ed, it's French. I've been talking so much I'm getting tongue tied. Danier Dance.
Danier.
Yes, Dania Dance is that's one of Nikolai and Tessa's theme songs,
which if I remember correctly, translate to Last Dance. I could be wrong.
Not saying that means anything. I'm just saying the way it sounds is very
Tessa beautiful. Neither of us are fluent in French. I know it's very small smattering, but it's very beautiful to listen to.
It is. So if you guys ever want to look up Chaos Circus, look up my. Look up Renee Dugan on Spotify.
Someone's sending you playlists. Hey.
Yes. Please, please do. I'm always trying to grow my playlist. Like I live for Mondays and Fridays because Spotify does the Spotify Weekly and the Release Radar, and so I get my new music twice a week. So
and then I send her stuff from my playlist if they're good, but most of the time I get really interesting suggestions.
She got like 16 different like college fight songs, but which by the way, she you know what 90% of what she listens to Hamilton and Moana. So where that came from, I don't know. Oh, looky! Oh, that was really good timing. Okay, that's our
Hamilton a lot.
Which
it's been my number 1 listen on Spotify for 2 years in a row.
Which I completely support this. She got me into Hamilton. So, when you guys,
it's my favorite.
When you guys read the back of the book, there's a lot of talking about Hamilton in the acknowledgments. Okay, so second trivia question. Okay, so for another sign,
Hamilton is the best.
Okay, you're good. You're good. I have to remember. Oh. Yes, bring me my dessert. Okay. So second trivia question for a signed copy of the Chaos Circus is take a guess. The first person to guess one correctly wins the book. One of the circus games that Tessa plays in the book. And if you've read the book, Addie, you can't answer this. No, Pam, you can't answer it either. You've read the book. No, not rings, Tiffany. So Maverick is close, but that's not one of the games she plays. There are 5 games that are played. They're the 5 quote unquote trials on the cover. So the balloons feature heavily in the book, but they're not. My head is hot, but they're not one of the games. So, because I'm wearing my penguin hat, tightrope actually, yes, the tightrope is part of one of the games. So I'm gonna say Miranda actually got that one because the tightrope is part of one of the games. So okay, that one goes to Miranda because the tightrope does factor a huge part into one of the games. So. All right, Miranda, I think I still have your address, but if not, I know where to find you. I know where you blog. Is that that's like the new threat of our day and age is I know where you blog. I could screenshot your blogs. Maverick, I'm an obvious person. Like, go with obvious with me. Also, if you guys pardon me for a second, I have to check. Okay. My brother is texting me and I wasn't sure if he decided to hop online or not. So, okay, so we still have one giveaway. Oh, okay.
How beautiful. No, don't touch it. It's hot. Just look how beautiful it is.
Pam brought me dessert. We made Chaos Circus tarts, but they're cool. So I'll show you guys. Okay, Pam made them. I advised because I was very hungry.
Excuse you advised?
I advised you to give me all the food. Okay, so we've got one more game which could go slightly longer depending. So we're gonna play Never Have I Ever.
I'm done in the kitchen.
I've got her for the entire game, which is great because we have drinks.
So almost the past 6 hours in the kitchen.
I inspired the tarts. Okay, so we're gonna play a special kind of Never Have I Ever. We do have to keep it PG-13 because as far as I know, Holly's 5-year-old is among us. So we'll have to keep it PG-13. I almost said PG-14.
She probably can't read. So we just won't keep. We just won't answer if it's not PG-13.
Yes. Okay. Sorry, I have to keep shifting this because the light is changing. Okay.
Sun.
So we have on a bench over here Chaos Circus drinks, which is pink lemonade. But the way that we're going to do this is
shots because Renee has to drive and I have to take care of children in the morning.
We can't do real shots because I have an hour-long car drive after this. But what you guys can do, we're going to do. You guys ask us questions, and if we have done the Never Have I Ever, we drink. I actually Googled. That's really how you play Never Have I Ever. I've seen it played both ways. So you guys go ahead and in the chat section do a Never Have I Ever, and if we have done it, we will take a shot, and if we have to, we'll refill our cups.
Yes.
So
please make us refill our cups.
I'm like really thirsty, so please guess that, but don't make it too obvious. Okay, go ahead, guys. We're waiting on you. Oh, I should hit the.
Yes, please remember to do the things.
Oh, Mary,
okay. Should we start?
If you know, and if nobody's going to type one, you can start it. Wait, hang on. Never have I. Annalisa, I'm going to see you in a couple of months, and then I'm going to get back at you. No, you don't get to drink. You haven't done it.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I haven't done it. Sorry.
You're just thirsty. Okay.
Oh, it's good.
Okay. You're so rude. Okay.
Never have I ever been able to climb a tree.
I actually can't. I was notoriously bad in my childhood. The people would pick me up and put me on trees and I would freeze. Like I was like a cat. I would just like get me down.
I can't anymore, I'm pretty sure. But when I was a child at my grandparents' house, they had a fantastic climbing tree. So as a child, I could somewhat.
Okay.
Oh my God, I'm so thirsty.
We're like, guys, tell us things that we really have done because we're thirsty. All right. You're the drink distributor. So you guys can also totally tell us if you have done these things, like interact with each other as well. This doesn't have to be.
Yeah, that's a really fun random question.
Never ever started. All right, Holly. All right.
Never have I ever been to a circus. I have never been to a circus.
Okay, so this is going back into the trivia thing a little bit, but I actually have, which is how the whole Chaos Circus thing started when I was like 5.
Answer the question so slowly. Do you see that?
Yes, I know.
Giving us more things.
Okay, let's see.
Never have I ever been on a date. Yeah.
Ever dropped a book on my book. I actually haven't done that. I always read on my side. I always read on my side. Okay, I have.
This is not alcohol.
I have been to the circus.
Same difference, yes. I think I have been to a rodeo back when I was a child, a long time ago.
I actually went to Barnum and Bailey's in Chicago before they closed it down. And that was when I fell in love with all things circus. I can still remember it, which is crazy because I was like maybe 6 or 7 at the oldest. So,
I mean, sometimes
give me another one just in case somebody's going to hit me up. I'm going to have to switch to water. Y'all are killing me here. I have low sugar tolerance.
See, this is why.
I love how it's like this whole spate. I'm like just hitting them back and then it's like silent.
Never have I ever drank pink lemonade.
I will actually attack you.
Okay, if anybody else makes me spew things out of my nose today.
I've already sent tea up her nose once today.
And coffee.
Actually,
the children did the tea.
That's true. I'm innocent. She left because we overwhelmed her with the pink stuff.
You need more lemonade. No.
Never have I ever played on PS4. Yeah, I've played on a PS4.
I don't think I can drink to that one.
No.
That's so sad.
If it was Switch, you could.
Yeah.
Okay, favorite game on the PS4.
Breath of the Wild.
Favorite game on PS4 has to be Final Fantasy 15, but Assassin's Creed Syndicate is a very close second.
Give me one of your old. We'll just keep refilling these when they're done.
Okay, are you sure? Never ever finished Kingdom Hearts 3. Does it count if I played it? Because I haven't played it, but I watched my husband finish it. Did I have to drink?
I watched your husband finish it, didn't I?
Were you there? No, my mom was there. Are you my mother?
No. Oh. But I feel
I
guess.
No, I can't.
He was finishing it. He had not finished it yet.
I haven't finished it, so I can't drink because I haven't finished it.
Never have I ever
believed in Santa Claus.
I never did.
I never did. My brother figured it out when he was 2 years old.
My father was so against Santa Claus that I was the child that ruined everybody else's childhood. I apologize to everybody.
I'm watching so many of my friends who have kids that are nearing their preteens and have little siblings struggle with the Santa Claus quandary.
Right? Like, how do you keep them from
telling the siblings? I know, right?
Only half, so maybe take half a drink.
I did. I sipped. Never have I ever taken a balloon ride.
Oh, I've never been on a hot air balloon.
I came close. Okay, so Annalise, make note. We have to actually go on a balloon ride the next time I see you because they have one at downtown Disney. So,
cried over something I wrote. I mean, I've
definitely.
Dabbled. Keep that. I have to refill that.
Oh,
I've dabbled in fan fiction, but I don't think I've ever gotten so into it that I've written something that I cried about.
Story time. I definitely cried writing the end of Chaos Circus.
It's a good ending, y'all.
Definitely cried.
It's a good ending.
Never have I ever dropped a book in the bath. Oh man, I have not. I used to read. You guys want to know how much of a daredevil I am? How much of a total on the edge rebel I am? I used to read library books in the bathtub when I was like 11. Oh my God, my mom was so mad. My mom was so mad at me. All right, I'm just reading everything.
Have I ever eaten a taco? Y'all, come on.
Oh, yes.
Come here, give me your thing.
Give me taco, or not give me tacos.
Give you tacos. Was a shot.
Okay.
Do not spew on my carpet.
I will not, I promise. This is a very nice rug. I almost said Orlethian rug. Okay.
Orlethian.
I know. Okay. I'm just reading through people's comments. Sorry.
Weird things I can read.
Okay. I'm not going to lie, Cassidy.
Wait, you didn't finish drinking it. Drink your damn shot.
I totally thought that said never have I eaten a tattoo. And I was like, that's a very interesting diet. Please tell me more.
There's a story behind this one.
Okay.
Never have I ever liked Ew.
Okay.
No. Why?
My father.
No.
My father eats those.
No. I like your father most of the time.
He also does banana and mayo.
Oh. I'm never going to look at your father the same way.
No, I don't either. Okay, believe it or not, Holly, I really am this way with sugar.
There is no alcohol in these.
What is it with
I am very tired. I have been on my feet all day. I take care of children for a living.
And she's naturally drunk on life. Naturally drunk on life.
I'm not a sane person, so I don't need alcohol.
Meat cheese thing just. This is fair. This is fair. But peanut butter, I can't peanut butter.
No.
I don't know what in that flavor profile people find appealing.
It's not even a flavor. It's a texture thing.
Yeah, it's all syrupy.
The texture is what's. Ooh.
See, we talk about quality things on our live streams. Ooh. It really is a thing. I guess for my dad, it was because of they weren't like poor when he was growing up, but he had 2 siblings and his dad was away a lot, so it was convenient.
I would have trust issues too.
Oh my gosh. How did he trick you, Tiffany? I'm wondering what in the world did he tell you it was like?
Maybe he just
or did he
handed it
just like here's a sandwich, and you're just like, okay,
I made you a sandwich.
Because who's going to expect their father to hand them a peanut butter and mayo sandwich of betrayal? I'm a serious texture person when it comes to food. So the thought of something, I'm the same way though with peanut butter and honey sandwiches. I can't do it. Oh my gosh, you hungry?
The betrayal. I made you a delicious sandwich. You're just like, no.
Thanks a lot.
Why? I hate you now.
Okay, we have 7 minutes left. You guys give us more, or if you have one, Pam, you can go.
I've started like 3 of them now. I don't remember any of them.
I'm reading the comments. Sorry. Maverick says, when I was a prep cook and I had to make ranch dressing and it was the main ingredient. So I didn't, funnily enough, I didn't really put together that that's a main ingredient. Ranch.
She wants a sandwich of betrayal in your next book.
I honestly could really easily fit that into Star Chaser. So I will think about it.
I haven't read Star Chaser yet, so I can't.
It's waiting.
It's next.
It's waiting.
It's next.
This poor woman, she still has like her TBR is getting huge, and I keep being like, here, have one of my books on top of that.
I like to read epic fantasy novels that are long, so I have a stack of books on my bedside table that is easily this high, no joke.
And this much of it is one Stormlight book, by the way, for those of you. Just
and then she's like, oh, here, why don't you read Curse of the Blessed? And so I'm reading that. I'm enjoying that. I'm helping her with story issues that she has. And then she's like, okay, next up is Star Chaser. I'm like, wait, there's a lot of those.
There are 7 of them right now.
I like to read. I read relatively quickly, but slow down.
Also, I'm laughing because Addie and Holly know the characters from Star Chaser very well. They actually met them when they met me. I was writing that series when we formed our writing group. So everything that they're saying is 100% fact, just so you guys know.
Okay, but I need more Never Have I Evers because I'm still thirsty.
Yes. Okay, how about here? Let me think of one.
You know me too well. Stop that.
Never have I ever had a pet reptile. I have to drink to this, even though I said never have I ever.
You know that I've never had a pet. I had a roommate who had a pet reptile.
That counts. It was in your house.
It wasn't mine. I had a roommate who had a snake. It was very nice.
Annalisa, I could almost, Annalisa did never have I ever read Brandon Saunderson. I have now started the Stormlight Chronicles, so I can't.
You started it?
Yes.
When did you start it?
I actually started reading it the day I got it. I just didn't get very far because then I switched. So
this has been a long time.
I have to drink to that.
Okay. I've only been trying to get you to read those for a while.
I don't know that hermit crabs count as a reptile. Although I actually, this is going to be really sad because I used to want to be like a marine biologist and I was into all things that lived on the beach and into the ocean, but I actually don't know what you classify crabs as. Crustaceans, right? Never owned reptile. 6th grade or something. Oh, Miranda, what? How did you accidentally pick a lizard?
More information about this. Oh gosh, look, the children. Are you traumatized for life? Are you traumatized for life?
See, here's the thing, Tiffany. I could have said no, and then I went driving today.
You ran over an animal on the way
I think I hit a squirrel.
Oh,
it ran out of construction. I couldn't stop.
I almost hit a cat once in this neighborhood.
Okay,
really close.
I can survive any kind of roadkill as long as it's not dog or cat.
Heart palpitations.
She thought he was too cold and he literally exploded.
No. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh my gosh. No. Miranda, this is an actual, it's not quite a horror story, but it's something.
No. Oh god. Did she pay for the therapy for all of you after that?
Oh my gosh.
Oh god.
Wow. I'm gonna guess that your teacher wasn't Steve Irwin.
Hey, Dania.
Yep. Okay, Dania Danson now playing. Okay.
His name was Bernardo. Sorry, Bernardo, but it's a terrible way to go. It's a terrible way to go. I'm sorry.
I feel like I need to write like a little ode, like here lay Bernardo.
Put a note on your thing. Just write Bernardo.
I'm just gonna write a note to myself. I'm like, ode to Bernardo, and let's see if I know what I mean by that.
Not the turtle. That's how I'm feeling.
Oh my gosh, this is better. Honestly, this story is better than any question. Like, this reminds me of a story. I was homeschooled my whole life, except I went to public school for 6th grade. And we had this giant fish tank in our science classroom that was empty. It had water, it had a filter, but it was empty. So I was like, can I catch a crawdad and put it in the thing? And the science teacher said, yes, you can. And so that was how we ended up with Raymond the crawdad.
That's pretty great.
Yes, homeschool power. Okay,
I was homeschooled for a couple of years.
Maverick might remember this because he was on Bethany. I can't pronounce her last name. I'm terrible at pronouncing things, in case you guys hadn't noticed. Achazade, I think is how she pronounces her last name. I probably butchered that. She's a fellow indie author, and when she did her live stream release for Pearl's launch, the homeschool thing came up, and she was like, homeschool high five, because you're alone.
I'm sorry. It's the song is playing. I have to dance to this.
Yeah, the song that's playing in the background right now is actually the Tessa Nikolai song. So
I feel like you should screenshot this on your Instagram afterwards so that people can listen.
Yes, I actually will. Fantastic. I'll post this song on my Instagram, or I'll post a picture of the album art, because it is a fantastic song. And actually, I was homeschooled with my brother, and we had like a co-op of students.
See, it was just me.
That's
just
rough.
Me. We had 2 younger siblings that were young enough that we didn't go out of the house very often, and I was the lonely.
I have a lot of sympathy for you. That's not what this smirk is about. The smirk is about Annalise's Ode to Bernardo. Ode to Bernardo, who just by mistake was a victim of a moron who left him to bake.
I love Annalisa.
Annalisa she is also an upcoming author, and when she gets picked up, boy, you guys better watch out. Her book is going to make y'all weep. It's so good. That was beautiful. A moment of silence for Bernardo. I still want to know about what happened with the turtle, but I'll leave that lie. Okay, so we
still thirsty over here, y'all.
Yeah. Okay, guys, we've got 33 seconds. Give us one more.
33 seconds.
33 seconds. In one of my YouTube videos, I pronounce characters.
Okay. Never have I ever been pulled over for speeding.
I've never been pulled over at all.
Dang. I have been pulled over for expired tags that were in my glove box.
Never have I ever drank pickle juice.
Ooh. I hate pickles.
Yeah.
This is not even a hate. This is a dispel.
I'm not sure. I think I need to do half, because I drank a lot of weird things as a child.
I used to work at Chick-fil-A. We had 5-pound buckets of pickles.
That's disgusting. Why do you need that many?
And they would make me open it sometimes. And
okay. All right, guys. So we're already at our last giveaway. This has gone by really fast, but since I do still have to drive home, I have to keep my times. So for the final giveaway for a signed copy of the Chaos Circus, go for it. We're going to play 2 truths and a lie. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read you guys 3 facts about the Chaos Circus. Addie and Pam probably know these, so you may not be able to answer, but okay, so you definitely can't answer. Addie might remember this, you might not, but very true. So I'm going to read these 3 facts, and then whoever guesses which one is the lie.
Annalisa, you traitor.
What did Annalisa say?
She loves pickles.
I actually love pickles too.
This is right. I give you my pickles.
Bread and butter pickles are my favorite. I like sweet pickles. I'm not as big a fan of dill pickles, and I can't do like spicy pickles. But okay, so 2 truths and a lie. I will read 3 facts about the Chaos Circus, and whoever guesses which one is the lie correctly first will get the signed copy. So I'm going to do them by numbers. So number 1, Nikolai is a fisherman. Number 2, the Chaos Circus is 100% standalone novel. Number 3, there's a character death in the Chaos Circus. Guess which one of these is a lie?
I feel like I shoved no one.
Cassidy, I kind of hate you. Cassidy already got it. Cassidy got it. Yes, so it is a lie. The Chaos Circus is not a 100% a standalone novel, which is why I couldn't answer Addie on that, because it does have a sort of somewhat indirect sequel, which is not finished, but is 98% finished. I have 2 chapters left to write on it. Whether or not it gets released and when it gets released is still up in the air, but I wanted to save that as kind of a secret for the people who were able to make it to the live stream. So there's a potential that within the next couple of years, there will be a sequel, and it's going to be absolutely insane. I'm writing down the names of the people who won, because I realized I was like, I should probably keep track of this so I know who I'm sending these to, because in a week, remember. So
now.
That's true. I forget that YouTube saves the live streams. So there is that. So with that, we have our 3 winners of the free signed copies, which is Holly, Miranda, and Cassidy. And yeah, so that actually at 6:59 p.m. Oh my gosh, my boss would be so proud of me because we do a lot of meetings at work and we're terrible about like keeping our times. So that actually at 6:59 concludes the launch party.
They have not seen my beautiful chart yet.
That's right. I forgot the
Hold
chart.
your horses. Show them this thing that I have made.
Okay, I'm gonna try not to like.
I am not a pastry chef.
So Pam made me. These actually show up in the Chaos Circus. Anybody who knows anything about the Chaos Circus yet knows that Tessa has a major thing for sweets. Like if she could survive on sugar, she would, which is the exact opposite of me as a person. I can't. I'm gonna be feeling this this lemonade so hard. But this would be Tessa's favorite thing in the whole entire wide world. So, oh my God, that smells really good. Sorry.
It tastes really good.
So this one is the what? Four berry. So
are you eating it on the thing or are you waiting?
There's no way I'm gonna be able to eat this in a non-sloppy way. I will spare my friends this terrible thing. So okay. No idea what that says. So okay.
Yay!
Thank you guys so much for coming. I wish that I could do this for longer, but I had to come an hour. I'm an hour from home right now, and I have to drive home and somehow get the car to my husband because we have a 1-car household and he's at work.
This needs to be rectified because she doesn't come see me often.
It's true. But
if she wanted tarts and sourdough,
I had to be here. So, but really thank you guys so much for coming. And for those of you who, I'm assuming all of you are looking forward to reading the Chaos Circus because you made the effort to come here. So thank you for being excited about meeting my babies. I hope you guys really love the book. Let me know. Like you guys can message me. You can scream at me, rant at me, ask me questions. I always love talking to people, even though I have a lot of social anxiety. I'm trying to get over it. So I'm trying to talk more to people.
Much better not in person.
Yes, I am getting better. So I am encouraging people to reach out to me as much as they can. So thank you guys for coming. I sure love you all. And I will see you guys, most of you, on the gram. Bye. You're so dramatic.
You know, but I work with children.
This is true. Thank you guys for your sweet comments too. Okay, bye.